Hi there, I'm Shane Spiers and welcome to another edition of Summit Scale, beaming out to you from the beautiful city of Bath in the UK. My guest today is Kevin Jackson. Kevin, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on the show.
Hi Shane, great to be here. How are you?
Really well, thank you for being here. For those of you that don't know him, as a long-standing disruptor and thought leader, Kevin has been an influential player with some of the world's most respected marketing services groups, including Interpublic, Gray, Saatchi, and then in the live space with Jack Morton and George P. Johnson, working with a vast range of brands from Adidas to Zumba and everything in between. He has explored every discipline within the marketing mix. Kevin's passion has always been for harnessing the power of his clients and helping them to achieve their true growth potential. With a strong belief in the importance of driving engagement, participation and action, Kevin focuses on ensuring that every event involves a memorable and meaningful brand experience and total engagement. Kevin calls it his lean forward moment. Lovely. As Kevin says, great communication used to be about what you said to people. Now it's what you do for people. Involving them in the story is fundamental. I'm looking forward to this. Brilliant. Kevin, the title of our interview today is There is No Such Thing as Sales. We have 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll set the clock.
I'm ready. Set the clock.
So you say you're a growth specialist. What is that?
I suppose, I think it was a self-made title that I made about 4 or 5 years ago. Now I see there's people out there doing who are also growth specialists. But if I look at the leitmotif through my career, what I've always done for the agencies I work for and the brands I work for is to drive growth. So what I thought I'd do when I went independent is codify that activity and then bring it to agencies and brands to help them understand what growth means.
Right. Okay. And this intriguing title, why is there no such thing as sales?
It's obviously there is a thing called sales because people do it, but it was a cheat to get the books flying off the shelf.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as sales in as much as it's a bit like hypnotism. You can't make someone buy something they don't want to buy. Mm. So you can't hypnotize someone that doesn't want to be hypnotized. You can't do it. Mm. And what we did in the 1930s and early 40s, when all of the processes that we know as sales, features, benefit, ABC, all that stuff, that was about making people think there was a process. You could take people from not wanting a product to wanting a product, and there isn't. Right. The only thing you can do is engage emotionally. Right. The thing that drives our behavior is the amygdala at the back of the brain. It's sometimes called the prehistoric or reptile brain. It's the bit that said run, eat it, fight it. It was that part. That doesn't have logic or language. It only has emotions. And it controls more of our behavior than we think. Right. We think a lot less than we think we think. We think we're all rational, intelligent, intellectual beings. All of our feelings have come from our gut up into our head. That's not true. Our feelings are created by the amygdala, and that controls our behavior. So it doesn't matter whether you're a 30-year procurement professional or you started 2 weeks ago. You have to be engaged emotionally. You buy the thing you want to buy because you want to buy it. And then, of course, in a B2B context, we have to do some layering of features and benefit. But first, we have to engage emotionally, and that's really where I come from.
Right. So why do people buy with this connection, emotional connection, is it?
Yeah. You know that thing, and I'm sure you must have heard it, that you make up your mind in 1/3 of a second whether you like someone or not. Mm-hmm. Right. All of those things are out there. And all of those things are true, but we just don't know why. That 1/3 of a second is actually your body, your physicality, your amygdala talking to you saying, yes, I trust this person. No, there isn't a dinosaur behind the bush that's going to eat me. It's that prehistoric part of you. And if you are drawn to someone, if you are drawn to a product or service, you are more likely to buy if you've got an emotional connection than if someone comes in with a features benefit selling and just tries to blast you with how good this thing is and how terrible the competition is.
Right. So what are the things that we need to be good at then if we're in the business of providing services and products to people?
Okay. It's the things we've always been good at. So one, there's nothing to worry about. We're still the same people. We're still social animals. We still interact with people. But in a sales context, how long can you say to someone, how many times can you say to someone, have you seen our website? Do you want our price list? Once, twice. In a B2B context, 85% of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact.
Really?
So that says relationship.
Yeah.
So you can't have a relationship with every time you phone saying, have you been to our website? Have you seen our case histories? Have you seen our price list? That's not a relationship. So, and relationships are human relationships. What you have to do is start sharing something of yourself and put yourself in the place of the person you're talking to. Would I be interested in this story? Is this good for me? Give something of yourself that isn't the product. Add value to every transaction and every conversation that you ever have with someone, and build up a rapport that is, yes, emotional, but also knowledgeable. You know, we've all heard the thing, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
So all these things are true, but they're just not true in the way we think they are. It's not what you know is about who you know is about relationship. So you've got to know people.
Right.
You've got to make relationships with people, because people are likely to give a job to someone they know rather than someone they don't know. That's basic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like walking down the street and someone said to you, can you give me a pound? No, I don't remember. But if a friend says, can you lend me some money? You say, how much? The difference between a friend and a stranger. So you want friend relationships with your clients, but also it's not what you know is rubbish, because if it is a client, they're not going to make a relationship with you if you're an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to know stuff, but you have to know people.
Right.
And those are the two fundamentals of building relationships.
Right.
You have to share knowledge about your industry. You have to share knowledge about their brand, their industry. You have to build that rapport so that when you get to the point where you're trying to sell something, they trust you. It's all about trust.
Brilliant. So what is so this is the secret to growing your business. How would you it's all about trust. Is that what yeah.
It's all, well, relationship gives you trust, and then knowledge gives you relationship. So, you know, if you want to do something to improve yourself, learn stuff.
Yeah.
Learn stuff about the industry you're in, learn stuff about the company you work for, learn stuff about the companies you're trying to sell to, and then go off and build relationships, not email relationships, because we don't want more pen pals. If anyone remembers pen pals, they weren't real things. You want real relationships with real people. So get yourself out there, go networking, go shake hands with people. And I talk about networking all the time because everyone thinks it's difficult. And the people who do it well, it's easy.
Yeah.
But the thing about networking is it's about setting your expectation, a bit like sales, setting your expectation. You think you go to a networking thing, you're going to shake hands with 15 people and you're going to come away with 3 orders. Yeah. You're not going to do that.
No.
I've been to networking things where 5 years later, I've only just started working with the clients.
Yeah.
It's about starting that relationship.
Yeah.
Don't do anything more than be interesting, be knowledgeable, and then follow up later. Because what you're trying to do is get those 5 to 12 contacts in, because that's how you end up convincing someone to work with you. You have to have been in their universe for between 5 and 12 times.
Brilliant.
So networking, low expectation, say hello, talk about you, don't talk about, you know, what I've come here to sell. No one's interested. They're interested in you, the person. That's how you build a relationship.
Brilliant. Well, we've gone over our time, but it's such fascinating stuff, Kevin. I really appreciate it. Folks, for more resources, check out Kevin's website, theexperienceisthemarketing.uk. The link will be below the video. Kevin, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Pleasure, Shane.
Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do or are looking for a load of free resources to help with scaling your business, check out our website www.summitleader.com.